Were your brothers older than you?
One older, one younger.
What were they like growing up?
My older brother, who just passed away about 3 weeks ago,
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
he was also a Vietnam veteran. He went over there 2 years before, about 2 years before I did, and spent a year there in infantry. He's his experience in Vietnam was much different than mine.
What was it like to have your brother be in the service as well? Um,
he spent he became an officer also, but he did it through OCS. Um, he did see combat firsthand as an infantry officer. He had severe PTSD for the rest of his life. He went to counseling. He honestly told me several times over, in the last 30 years that the Vietnam War ruined his life. My experience in Vietnam was different.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Hollar. Do you remember coming back from Vietnam and noticing any changes in your brother?
It was a couple years after he returned, and yeah, he returned, and I left for Vietnam a year and a half after he returned. The differences noticed in my brother was after I returned, uh, and he was different. He uh, he described loud noises bothered him. Very short tempered, and he honestly he said that he would start to cry uncontrollably for what he called no reason, and that lasted probably for 6 or 8 years. He did finally go to counseling after about a dozen years of returning. And he said the counseling helped him a lot, but his PTSD never went away.
Yeah. Did you say earlier that your brother passed away in an automobile accident? Is that correct?
No, my dad did.
Oh, okay.
You know,
How did your brother pass away?
heck, just weeks ago, he had a routine surgery planned to eh, open up some arteries going to his kidneys. Uh, it didn't work out. He had massive, multiple organ failures resulting from that surgery, and he passed away in about 4 or 5 days after the surgery.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Holler. Do you happen to know whether or not his initial condition was caused or uh, aided in any way by Agent Orange?
Yes,
And,
he
and
when he was mid 40s, he had a heart transplant, and it was attributed to age. The heart transplant was attributed to Agent Orange. That was in his 40s. Over the years, it affected his kidneys as well as some other organs. Uh, and the you know it affected his kidneys, and that's why they were going to put a stent in to open up the artery that fed the kidneys.
was
So
that
it is in my opinion he died from Agent Orange,
yeah, I
literally.
understand. Um, do you know whether or not your brother's surgery to have his heart transplant was covered by the VA?
Yes.
Was that, do you know what year that was?
No, it wasn't covered by VA. He had private insurance, but he was getting compensation for the heart replacement. The heart replacement.
I understand. Was this, do you know if the VA had acknowledged the role that Agent Orange had played in the health complications with
Yes.
veterans at that point? Yes.
Yes. Oh, yes.